All right. All right. So, what was coming in today, which is like one of my favorite things, is because I always work with my future self. So, what was coming in today was allowing, hang on, let me just tune in so I can get, so it's not like me babbling about it. Okay. So, what's coming in today is the light language for bringing in, for connecting to our future self so that we can find our purpose and see and hear and feel our purpose more clearly than just trying to figure it out. Because when you connect to your future self, it's a much easier way to connect. So I was just working with a client and I was teaching her all the future self work, and she's been doing it. And she said, wow, I'm getting messages and I'm getting gifts, because time is not linear, right? So all time is happening simultaneously, your past, present, and future. And if you believe that, then you can go into the future and take the energy from that future self and create what you want now so much easier. And she said to me, wow, this is such an easier way to create what you want. And it is, instead of trying to figure out what we're supposed to be doing, or the gifts, which we can have gifts from like our magical child, or from the past, what we're supposed to be doing in the future. You just go in and talk to your future self, and also let her show you all the luminous futures that are out there. So we all have free will. It's not like there's one set future for us. We have all these luminous futures that we can choose from. But when we hook into that and we hook into our future self and we start to see her, she starts to give messages to us, and she starts to show us those pictures. It's a much easier way to connect to that energy and to create what we want. It starts happening now, in the present. Make sense? So, and I love this work. I love working with the just mute yourselves if you're not. I can do it too, but I think most of you are. Okay. um so it's just a much easier way to create, and I love working with the future self, because there's sometimes like I'm trying to figure something out, or I'm trying to figure out which direction to go in, and then when I see her, it's like, oh yeah, this is a luminous future I can grab the energy from. And she shows me like different clues and different ideas, and she shows me the energy of maybe something I wasn't seeing because I couldn't see beyond the veil, and I couldn't see what was, something that was hidden. So it's a really cool thing to be able to hook into her. Okay. So the light language that's coming in is to bring in the energy of the future self and to connect you all into that future self, and to let you feel her energy. And while we're doing this, just really kind of, you can, I know some of you like watch me because I use my hands and stuff, and you can keep your eyes open if you want. And I know some of you just like zone out and go into your own space, but also be open to that future self and those visions of, and even like the little things, what she looks like, what she's wearing. The more real you make her, because she is real, she's out there. If you believe time is happening simultaneously, your future self is also here right now. So the more we can tap into her, I just got chills when I said that too. So if we can tap into her, it's such a cool way to create what we want, and what we're supposed to be doing. So while this is happening, be open to your future self as well, and getting any messages, and don't judge it. You don't need to name it or know what it is, but it may not make sense, but then it, like, the little pieces will fall together with the clue. It'll give you clues. Okay. Cool. So just shake out anything you don't need. Shake out your arms, your hands, your fingers. Again, you don't need to name it or know what it is, but just shake off the energy from this morning, from last night. Just shake off the energy so that your energy is flowing, and maybe open your hands, your fingers, your toes. Just shake off anything you don't need. And just take a couple of deep breaths. Orishari kolor horiaka. Shiriro molo yera hario kria. Shwirisiaro kolo. Yera korearo mo la harikia. Shwiaro mo loriakia. Siriauro molo irikia. Hariro kushmai. Lorokorolo yeraki arikirolo. Shwiara mo. Harikiolo shwiaro mo. Hariarikirolo la yere marireka. Shwiarolo. Hariarikirolo yarikia. Haliaro moriarakia. Moriahariakia. Shwiaria. Marioro, maha, la rerekio, loho, shmira, marierekai, oriola, shwia, morocoriere shwiaro moho, halia, lololo, yerekiria, loho, yereshmia, la rekeria. Uru lo shwia, mariera, urulo, yerekia, la riero, lolo, hariare yaramo, cariala, hariero coria shmia. Oriarekia, lolo, yerekia. Oloriarekia, shimia, lolo, yerekia, hamar, yerekia, lala. Shviriaromo, la yereka. Yeriromo, la oriaramoria. Olo, yereshiarakia. Corioro lo shwori era mahai, kia loho, lo yere mia, criero la yero lo, shwiriaro, wariera kia la yere kia, holo yere shmiaro kaya, lo horiariaro la shwia. Coriero shmiaro lo, yere kia loho, lo yere kia, la radi shmi. Lo yere kia loho, yere kia rama, shwiriarsia. Kirilo, miriaro, rioro, la ira corealama. Kiriro, shmiari, harir kolo. Shwiria, shwiria halo, yerikia molala, yerikia. Shwiria mahala, yerikia lalo, yerikia. Shwiraro mola, yerikia holo. Shwiria hatsiarikia, lohor, yerikia mola, yerikia hala. Lurgiri mola, ha, yerikia. Lolo kore kare kare ma la le kiri hiri hiro lo yere kiri la le mari yere ki wuri yoro shmia lo yere ki hiro ma la yoro shuro la ki lo yere ki halo shwiraro mo lo shire ki halo la yere ma la yere kolo shuro lo yere mo la yere ki hishio Porolo, yereki holo, shirano mo lolo, yerekori hare la yereki hololo, yerekora la mayara. Poro shira. Shiro holo. Arierki holo, ria halo. Ariolo, shirolo ma. Yereki holo, la riera shiara kairia. Arikiere iro la ha yereki ashi de domani lo yerkiria lo. Kariere ne shia con lo yera mala la yerekirio. O lo yera mari yerikiri halo shia. Olo yar halo yoroko la yorokiro lo la lere kiro halo lere kiri ho. Alo lo yoroshwori oro hanama yakia. Oroka hariere kia holo lo shira. Orira makia. Kurirolo hare kirolo shira karialo hola. Kiriera holo mo yerekia. Kirio shiara kaya. Kurolo la Mariara Kiriolo Shiraka. Kiriroloho. Kiriahala. Yuro kololo. Yera shiara. Kolola. Yera mariaraka. Aloho. Kiriara shia. Kololo yera shira. Kirira mala. Yera kololo. Yera kiahala no mo. Shvirisiare kirolo. Kololo. Yera mariala. Yuro kola. Yera shia. Wurihola. Yera kiaholo. Hari yera kiaholo mo. Yarakaya Reshimorela Yirikiolohaya Kolala Yuromaya Yereshwia Maria Shwi Yarakiriosh Maria Mo Hala Yirokolo Yerikiria Lolo Yereshira no Ma Yerekia Lala Yerikiria Hola Yiramari Yereko Loshia Kiriola Lana Maria Shwi Mororo Lolo Yerekia La yere kriero shwi. Morera la yere ko. Lorira malo shia. Warrior Kaya, Horolo, Yerekia, Holola, Yereshia, Holola, Yeremerikia, Lirisiari, Kia, Hololoma, Yereki Holo, Shiresiarola, Yerekiolo, Shirakaria, Yerekia Lohola, Yereshia, the Moriakia, Lolo, Yereshiakia, Lolo, Mareaka, Lolo, Yerekia, Lolo, Yerekia. Shwiroloria, Kiriaro Mariarkia, Olo Yarakiora Shwia, Loro Yarakiaro Mariarkia, Ololo, Ololo, Yorolo. There was a lot going on there, my friends. A lot going on there. So I mean, sometimes I forget, but there was one point where they were clearing like all of this stuff. They were saying all of these things, like as you tend to walk through, like we go to the next step, we go to the next step, we go to the next step. But if you could just hook on to that future, then we can, like all this, it's like they were saying all this stuff is a distraction when you can go right to the source. Like, why are you not calling on us? Why are you not calling on us, your future, who already knows, who already has those luminous futures and who already knows it? Like, go right to the source. And then there was a lot going on towards the end. They were showing, they at one point said, we as you guys like we're the light workers, we're the people that are making the changes, and to clear out all the stuff, all the distractions that we don't need, to have us stand in our power as these light beings, and to use the future self to bring in the energy into the planet now, like is when we need this to create change, not just for us but for the planet. There was a lot going on there. Whew. Any comments, any feelings, any emotions? What did you get? You don't have to comment, but whatever you guys were feeling or noticing.